Hi there, welcome to my Beauty and the Beast inspired DIY craft video. So to begin on our first craft, we are going to be making a replica of the Enchanted Rose from the movie. So to start off, you're going to need a cloche bell jar. I found mine at Michael's. This is the most affordable one that I could find on the market. And then next, you're also going to need a fake rose, of course. I decided to go with pink just so it sort of matched all of my other decorations better than a really bright red would be. So yeah, you could totally go with red if you want to. I just chose pink. And then you're also going to need a wooden circle board. I found mine at Joann's. Of course, definitely always use a coupon. And then I had the gold spray paint and the hot glue gun at home. And then for our final item, you're also going to need these little jewelry charms that I picked up from Joann's. They look like little messages in a bottles. You'll see a close-up in a little bit. I know it's a little hard to see right now, but basically you could totally add glitter or even fairy lights to make this totally enchanted, but I decided to go with the less messy route. But anyway, yeah, if you want to see how I did this craft, then just keep on watching. So first things first, we're going to be painting our wooden board. I decided to use spray paint, and if you're going to do that as well, make sure you are in a well-ventilated area and you have either a paint drop or like some newspaper down so you don't get paint all over your surface, but you can also use acrylic paint as well. It would work just fine. Just make sure it's a nice even coat, not splotchy or anything like that. So here are the little charm things that you could not see in the beginning of this video. They just look like little mini message in a bottle charms, and we don't need that little cork top. But basically, you're just going to take your hot glue gun and add a generous amount of glue just to the top of the bottle. As you can see, it kind of goes out a little larger, so you're just going to do it at the top little lip portion. And then you're going to take your rose, add some more hot glue to the bottom, and then just put the rose in the top and kind of let it dry. Make sure you don't have any extra glue or anything like that. So this is just what it's going to look like. You're not going to put the rose in all the way. This is supposed to give it the effect that it is floating and it is enchanted. And then I also did kind of curve the stem of the rose just to make it look a little more enchanted and fancy. And then the next step, you're going to find the middle of your board and add some hot glue to the middle, and then gluing your rose and your little bottle charm to the middle. So this is just what it looks like. Make sure you press down and really get it to adhere to the board. But I think it looks so beautiful. I think it looks great, and it definitely totally gives that floating effect. And then last but not least, you're going to add your cloche bell jar over the top, and I just think that this looks so elegant and so pretty. And again, totally add glitter and lights if you want, but this is just easy and kid-friendly. So our next project, we are going to be making gray stuff. Try the gray stuff. It's delicious. Don't believe me? Ask the dishes. But anyway, yeah, so they serve gray stuff in Disney World and also now in Disneyland, but we are going to be using one of the recipes that is modeled after that, just like they say in the Be Our Guest song from Beauty and the Beast. So to get started, we're going to need a pack of Oreos. You're also going to need some Cool Whip, some edible pearls, which I found mine at Home Goods and I've actually had for a while. And you will also need some pudding, so you're going to need vanilla pudding and some chocolate pudding. And then the next item, we decided to go with sugar cookies. I believe they use crackers in the Disney parks, but when we made the cookies, we made them a little too large, and so we just used a plain flour cookie cutter, but it was a little too large. Once they baked, they did expand. So you can totally do whatever you want and also make them a little smaller if you do make cookies. And then the last item you're going to need is also some milk. So to begin, you're going to take your vanilla pudding mix and you're going to pour in the whole bag into a large mixing bowl, and then you're going to add 1.5 cups of milk. And then from that point on, you're going to take a whisk and you're going to whisk the two items together, and you're going to basically be making a pudding mixture. So make sure that you really stir them together well and make sure that it kind of creates that thicker consistency. And then from that point, you're going to take your mixture and put it into the refrigerator for about 10 to 20 minutes while we do this next step. So the next, you're going to take 15 non-double stuffed Oreos and you're going to crush them up into oblivion. So we did have a Ninja food processor to do this next step, but you could totally put them in a plastic bag, a freezer bag, and then take like a wooden spoon or a non-glass rolling pin and crush them up into oblivion, just like this. And then from there, you're going to take that mixture and you're going to pour it into the pudding that was in the refrigerator during that amount of time, and you're going to mix the two together. So definitely be sure that you make all of the powdery consistency mixed in with the pudding. So this is what it looks like. It is very dark and it seems like a very small amount, but once we add in the other items, it will get a lot larger. So from there, we are going to take our whole tub of Cool Whip and we're going to put that into this mixture. And then of course, we are going to mix it all together and make one nice large batch of gray stuff. So yes, there is a lot of product now at this point. So like I said, you should have a larger bowl to do this, and otherwise it could get a little messy. So this is just what that process looks like. As you can see, it has totally changed color into a lighter brown shade, and then you're going to take 3 tablespoons of your chocolate pudding mix, and you're going to put it into this mixture and then mix it together. And so this just sort of helps create a more gray color for the mixture itself. It kind of went from black to brown, and now we're kind of changing it to a grayer color. So again, this is just what it looks like. Make sure that they are all mixed together really, really well. And yeah, there's a lot of mixing going on in this video, but that is okay. So our next step, we're going to use a piping bag, which I forgot to mention in the ingredients part of this video. So for this next step, to make it less messy and to learn from my mistakes, definitely fold down the top, maybe even have somebody else hold the bag for you while you put the mixture into the piping bag, just like this. And then you're going to take your sugar cookie or cracker or whatever you decide to use, and then just pipe all of your gray stuff into a nice swirly little mixture, and then adding on your edible pearls from there. So as you can see, it is a larger cookie, so we did have a larger amount of product here, but overall this is just what it looks like, and we're going to do another one just like this. And again, just taking more mixture and then putting it on a cookie, adding some edible pearls, and this is what you have. Mine looks a little different than the ones that do come from the park, but overall I think it looks really, really good. This one actually looks like the mountain from How the Grinch Stole Christmas, which is actually really funny, but here is just a good idea. The movie, of course, is on the left with Lumiere, and then we have Disney World, Disneyland, and then there's mine. So here's a good depiction about how they are interpreted for multiple different people, I guess. But hope you guys enjoyed. It tastes delicious. It was so yummy. Again, if you don't believe me, ask the dishes because it was so good. So for our next craft, we're going to be making Fifi the Featherduster, which is also Lumiere's flirty little girlfriend in Beauty and the Beast. And so I just found my feather duster from Target. There is a cuter one from Bed Bath & Beyond, and she has a little bit more curve and curvaceous handle than this one. I think that one is a couple bucks more than this one, but you could totally use a 20% off coupon on that one. And then of course you're also going to need some scissors, a black Sharpie marker, a red marker, and you're also going to need some white felt, some pom-pom balls that I picked up from Joann's, and of course a hot glue gun. So yeah, not really expensive at all, and it's also kid friendly. So if you want to see how I made her, then just keep on watching. So to begin, I just took a piece of the felt and cut a circle around the pom-pom ball just to get a little larger than that actual size. And then from there, I just sort of free-handed a scallop around the edges, and well, you'll see what it looks like in just a second. But here's just a sped up clip of that. And so here's what the final product looked like, which is no. It is no longer a circle, and it looks absolutely terrible. So don't do that. So instead I cut another circle, and then I traced on the little scallops with my marker. And then from there you are going to cut it out. It is very tedious, and it was very difficult to film. So this is just what the after product looks like from that. But definitely make sure that you get all of the pen ink off, otherwise you will see it. So from there, I just took my hot glue gun and added a little dollop of glue to the middle of the little scallopy circle thing that we have there. And I took my pom-pom ball and glued it to the middle of that. And so this is just going to sort of create her little bonnet hat that she wears. And you could totally add a black string to the top, which is actually what she has in the movie. But my little feather duster had it kind of going through the wooden part. So then the next step is to draw on her face. And so I just did some cutesy little eyes with eyelashes coming off like she is smiling with her eyes closed. And then you're also going to draw on her mouth. And she does have some voluptuous little lips. So I did give her a cutesy little smile. And of course, I'm going to fill in the lips, of course. And then you also do not want to forget her trademark little beauty mark on the side of her mouth. So as you can see, it is missing there, but voila, it has appeared. So from there, you have your cutesy little face drawn on Fifi the Featherduster, and you're just going to take your hot glue and add a little bit to the top and glue on her bonnet. So it looks a little large from this angle, but overall, I think she turned out really cute. I'm very happy with her, and of course, she looks adorable with my little Lumiere figurine that I got in Disneyland. So here's one final look. She's just so cute. So our last and final craft for this video, we're going to be making some faux story books. So you're going to need some paper mache books, which I found mine at Joann's. Of course, do not forget to use your coupons. I brought my mom and sister with me, so they totally got to use the 50% off on theirs as well, which were technically mine. But do you see what I'm saying here? And then you're also going to need some paint. I recommend the gold spray paint for this, but as far as the pink and white goes, maybe try acrylic, because the pink and white did not really stick very well to the paper mache. And then you're also going to need some Mod Podge, a sponge brush, some scissors, and then a clear sealant spray is definitely optional. That is totally up to you. And then you're also going to need to print out either a vintage poster or book cover, or you can also design one, which I designed one online. I will leave the website down below, but these two options were ones that I created. So anyway, those are the supplies that we need for this next craft, so let's just get started. So our first step is just to paint our paper mache books. And again, here is the gold spray paint. It worked so well. Like I said, this is the same gold spray paint that I use on literally every single craft project that I do, and it did not let me down again. So I believe I did either 2 or 3 coats of this, and don't forget to get the bottom side of the book as well, where it's kind of standing up on. So here is just a clip of me using the pink spray paint, and it just didn't want to stick. It was really, really weird. And then I did do multiple coats, but then I started to get like some of the like paint drips and things like that. So it didn't really matter too much, just because no one was really going to see the backside, and the front side was going to be covered with my cutesy little cover that I designed right here. So yeah, like I said, I did print this out. I did create it online. Again, I'll leave the website down below. And then you're just going to cut it out with your scissors. So this is that process. And I did accidentally make it a little too small for the size of the book, but it was okay. You can hardly really tell, since the pink really matched the pink of the actual design itself. So here is that. And then I'm just taking my Mod Podge right now and then giving it a nice even coat on the front of the box. Make sure that you have a nice even coat, otherwise you will have like Mod Podge glops everywhere. So then from there, I just took my cover and I laid it on the top of the book right here, and then you could totally seal it in with the clear sealant spray. Again, I do not recommend Rust-Oleum, but again, it looks great as is. Okay guys, here is one final shot of all of our little gray stuff cookies and desserts. I think they look so cute and adorable, and trust me, I taste a little bit of the actual like stuff itself, the gray stuff, and it tastes so good. Anyway, I think it's great. I think it's adorable, and I think everything else turned out really, really cute as well. Fifi, and of course the Enchanted Rose, and then our storybooks look so fun. So I'm just so happy with how everything turned out. I think it looks really, really cute, and my best friend's coming over tonight, and we're going to be watching the original Beauty and the Beast, one of my favorite movies. So excited. Can't wait for her to see everything. I think it looks so cute and adorable. All the Disney feels, right? Okay, anyway, yeah, here's one last shot of everything all put together. Sorry for the ring light reflection. But yeah, that is that. I will be doing a video about all of the other items in this video that were not DIYs. So there's that for now, and I will see you guys in another video.